And we're recording. Hey guys. So I wanted to kick this off with just creating a bit of a context first around what we're actually going to be chatting about. So as you saw, the topic for the call is how to maximize, or rather how to create massive momentum in your business. So there's a few ways you can do that. I'm going to go over, and Rachel and I are going to go over the top like 2-3 main areas that you need to focus on to create massive momentum in your business. If you were at Auckland Ice Uni over the weekend, a lot of those areas, in fact, all these areas were touched on and were created. So you already got a head start. If anyone else has been to Ice Uni.
Laura looks sad. It's okay. There'll be plenty more we'll be together. More that will be together than will we be apart. So
yeah, 100%. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. But first, I actually want to start with who actually was, and just put a me in the chat if you were at Ice Uni over the weekend in Auckland. Alice, Jack, Kim, yeah, Bridge Hayden, Adzi B, Matt, Brady, Adam again.
Adam was a double.
Awesome. Oh, cool. So this is perfect because I'm going to need your guys' support on this one just to create exactly what it was for you that you got out of the weekend as well. And that's what I wanted to touch on first. So I just want 2 or 3 people to jump on, and basically it's first and first served to unmute yourself. 2 or 3 people to share what was your, I know it's going to be hard to do this, but I just want to keep it brief. What was your number one top takeaway that you got out of the weekend and why? And just keep it brief and succinct and powerful.
Can I share really briefly?
Yeah, go for it, Alice.
I think I had sort of like yet to settle with me, but from a combination of a lot of conversations and a lot of things I picked up over the weekend and spaces I went through, not necessarily one thing, but just that allow this to be your own journey. So I've been really, really stuck in comparing my journey to everyone else's journey for a long time, and I've been trying to figure out what was missing for me. And getting that I can do this, that I can be here for the long haul, that I don't have to on the money, yes, I just feel so grateful. I'm so much more at ease, so much more connected, so much more peaceful. Like I've been really, really struggling and wanting to go just so much faster than I can literally do right now in my life with my current set of circumstances. And I've had some mums from the team, and I won't say who, but over the last little while reach out to me going, how do you do it? And what I've said to them on the side is actually I can't do it, and I'm not doing it very well, so I don't know that I'm a really great person to tell you. But there were the 3 mums up on stage, Sarah and Shayna and Fraser, Amanda Fraser-Jones, and they've all got different kids and they're different ages and things, but I just kind of like, and who was it on stage who said, give me a professional network marketer or give me a mum, and I'd take the mum every day. And I was like, we've got this and we will work it out, and I will work it out. And that was just like the biggest relief for me is, run my own race and do it in my own time, and I don't have to. It's just given me a lot more ease, and I know I'll work it out. It was Andrew Logan said it. Yeah. So that was what I got. I just really wanted to share that with you all.
Love it. Thanks, Alice. And honestly, I appreciate your today.
I'd like to reiterate that, because I think for me over the weekend, I, for the first time, felt quite confident at an event. I felt as if I understood what was happening. I actually sat beside somebody at one stage that had only been in Isogenics for 3 weeks, and I could really relate to how they felt and how you feel, Alice, at times. Because when it came to the piece on doing your own story, this time I was able to actually confidently write my own story and feel very comfortable in it. And that's probably the first time I felt like that. And I too felt that I maybe got permission to, I was really, really impressed with the way that people spoke and everything. But our last hour where we did our GHOST, objectives, goals, objectives, strategies, tactics, and scorecard, I felt I was able to go forward with that, and I got a little bit of permission at going at my own pace a bit more. And being able to, I feel disappointed at times that I haven't gone as fast as I wanted to. And for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. It still makes you disappointed. And yeah, so I reiterate that, Alice, I felt the same. And as I said, I felt a little bit of permission, a little bit of empowerment about things this time. And I've been to lots of events, yeah.
Beautiful,
awesome,
Diane.
thank you.
Love it.
I know Jack wanted to share. Jack, you want to chip in?
Give it to us,
Yeah, guys, I'll happily share some stuff real quick. Yeah, basically what was, obviously been to a lot of events myself, and you do hear a lot of the similar stuff coming up every event. Not every event, but, in some events you do hear some similar stuff. But there's always like a few things different that you'll take out of it, which is really amazing, and why it is so key to just get to as many events as you can. There's always something different that you'll take out of it, a different wording, a different way of looking at things, or someone will say something a little bit different and it will just resonate with you on a much more powerful level. But one thing that, I've just, you see so many different people going on this journey in so many different ways, doing it in so many different ways. And it's really easy to not compare yourself, but also just like, be overwhelmed with the fact that there's 1,000 different ways to do the same thing. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one who has felt like this at like any point in their Isogenics journey. But, one thing I was really present with this weekend was that, it's just, there's only a few key steps, and really just like 6 key steps to building an Isogenics business. And yes, there are different ways to do it. But just find a simple way that works for you. And I think the key word there is simple. Just keep everything so simple. And just concentrate on those 6 steps and just following those 6 steps, just finding new people and talking to those people, building relationships, and, getting people to events and going to events yourself and things like that. And just really focusing in on those simple 6 steps, with consistency over time, and you will get to where you want to be in this, in Isogenics, whatever level that is for you, whether or not it's millionaire, whether or not it's just getting your products paid for. It's all there inside of just following those steps, making it really consistent, making it really simple, and just loving the journey.
You are a legend, man. You are a legend. It's literally everything you just did was part of what I was going to share, so you stole it, but that's all good. But basically the whole context for this call that I wanted to create with you guys is it's everything Jack said. So, so simplicity though.
Jack, you can totally just take over from here.
But honestly, simplicity is the key, and everything Rach and I are about to go over with you on this call is all around keeping every single thing simple, whether it's the steps that you were talking about, Jack, or also the steps that I'm going to be taking you through for the Wellness Squad round 2 this week. But also, just keeping it simple in terms of how you're sharing this with people, the questions you ask, what you're saying, not overcomplicating it. And whenever you are, then there's something out, and you just need to bring it back to basics. And trust me, we know, just like probably Jack, you've experienced, and a lot of us have been in this for a while, is that it's so easy to overcomplicate this in your head. And when you just need to pick up on yourself doing that, and bring it back to simplicity and basics. And we're going to give you some tools and steps and systems to make sure that you can do that, and touch on a few other things as well.
If we got time for Bridget to share quickly.
Bridget, do you have a really quick share you want to go for?
So mine basically was being a product of the product, and all the time, breathing good vibrations all the time. When he talked about being a good vibration and constantly being there, and then also how Adam and B talked about in whoever else was about just how simple it is just to connect with people, not having to iso vomit like they talked about. I'm pretty classic at doing that, getting excited and then be like blah, 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 blah. And just I've just had casual conversations with a couple of people since, and it's led to wanting to actually hang out with them. So, and I've messaged them before, the big iso vomit, and nothing came from it. So just taking it, like you said, back to basics and
So good.
Love it.
Love that. Awesome. I love the being a product of a product. That's really cool. That's really cool. Hayden, would you just mind muting yourself? For some reason we can't mute you.
Cheers, man.
You're outside the law there.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Cool. So to get you guys into the mood, I really want to create some mood and atmosphere for what we're about to create and accomplish this week, because I honestly believe round one was amazing. Round one of the Wellness Squad was absolutely amazing. And I know people had some massive success that week, and I'm so proud of you guys. But actually, round two, I believe, is going to be even bigger, better, juicier, funner, just more awesome than even
more
round one
people,
was.
because you've got all the people that are getting results, and then all these new people, which is so exciting.
So basically, I wanted to kick it off with, though, first coming. You guys don't really know my story, and I don't want to go into detail, but I do want to touch on a couple of things that I feel are important for you guys to know for when you're looking forward in your future and when you're creating goals around your business and taking actions. And I basically wanted to just touch on, Adam actually went over a bit about your retirement plan, and when you're looking forward into the future, what is it you're going to actually do when you retire, or when do you want to retire, and what is it that what kind of freedom do you want for yourself, and what vehicle are you using, and what are you doing to be able to achieve that? And I honestly can tell you guys, from before my 3.5 years I've been in isogenics, I spent so long, the whole 8 years of my banking career I was looking for an opportunity. I was looking for something that was going to create more freedom for me, something that was going to be able to, allow me to contribute at a massively high level, while at the same time giving me more time and financial freedom. And it was hard. I literally couldn't find I couldn't find that thing. I didn't know where it was. I didn't even know if it existed. Can you guys put a, I can relate,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah, in the chat if you can relate to that? Hell yeah.
I know for myself, I was like genuinely concerned about like what I was going to do like long term, because I had no pension, no plan, like no idea of how I was going to really look after myself financially in my later life. Like I just, until I found isogenics, that was.
And for me, I'm sure we all have our own story, but for me, I'll just share that 8 years I spent trying to look for it. And then when Adam came to me and told me about this, I had no idea this was going to be the opportunity that gave me that. I just saw health products and thought, this is awesome. I'll jump on board the 30-day program. And like I said, at ICE Uni, it took him about 8 or 9 follow-ups, but I eventually got on board and trusted him, and 30-day money back guarantee. So all good.
I love everybody's putting KiwiSaver, because Isaac has got a bit of a story about KiwiSaver.
Well, no, not at all. I had a superannuation scheme, and I was saving up, and I saved like thousands and thousands of dollars. So it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's actually, I'm going to incorporate it into my story. So I'm like glad I said that. I came too. Cool. So yeah, I got my results. Fast forward, I started achieving awesome results. Rach and I met. We went to Celebration together 2015, and we got blown away. And I actually ended up I just quit the bank and my banking career at the time. I went traveling for around about 6 weeks later on in that year. Rach actually was left to build the business herself and managed to get us to manager. And
I don't know if you would call it building the business looking back, but I was doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to manager.
We weren't keeping it simple. There was no systems or tools. We were like pirates or frigging cowboys. But hey, we're here now. That's sometimes what it takes. But you guys have to go through the same thing. But seriously, we got to manager. We were stuck at manager for ages, and part of the reason was like the thing that held me back from even bothering to build this business while Rach was doing it and I wasn't, because just so you guys know, I haven't built this business for the full 3.5 years. I've been in and out, up and down, product sharer for most of the time, just shared with a few family and friends. And it wasn't really till 2016 that I actually started to take this business seriously. Because, it actually took me, I took all my superannuation funds out of the bank, and I took the whole lot. And I was on a scheme where you could just take it when you retired from the bank. And I basically, over a whole year, I spent that money on different things, on Isogenics events, on traveling, on just doing whatever I wanted to do. And I thought it was amazing. I was like, this is the best feeling in the world. And it felt like it was going to last forever. And I felt like, because I was in Isogenics, as if I already had residual income. It was weird. But what I actually found was 2016 came. I ran out of money.
Because it wasn't residual.
It wasn't residual.
Actually, not residual.
It was a lot of money. It was thousands and thousands of dollars, just so you know. Lasted a year, obviously, and I was like being frugal, well, not being frugal with it. So I spent all that money. I had to go back into contract work, and over that year, I started to get a sense of like, this doesn't last forever. Trading time for money, and that retirement plan I had, or that plan to save up a whole lot of money and potentially get a mortgage, pay that off, and have money at the end of it. If I did that for another 8 years, it was just going to be more of the same thing over and over and over again. So I had to do something different. And when I looked around, I was like, what? I literally was, Isogenics was there, and I'd been in the business for I've been using the products at least for a couple of years. And I was like, what else can I do though? What else? And I was like, I don't know why. I just couldn't see Isogenics as the opportunity for me. And it actually took Rach having a serious conversation with me. That was the starter of it. And just saying, look, I'm going to build this with or without you. So either come along for the journey or don't. And I was like,
I sound like such a...
Fair enough. I was like, okay. And I was like, I just said, you know what? Screw this. Like, I can't let Rach have all, and this is maybe just as my personality. If your partner is like this and they're not developing the business with you and this will work with them, go for it. If it doesn't, don't. But I
think Adam had a similar conversation. Isaac was getting it from every direction. So
yeah. Well, Adam had conversations with both of us, and it's like, and it does come back to the thing, like, you sometimes have to tell people, and you sometimes need to hear the things that you don't want to hear, but are going to make the biggest difference. So for me, that's what I needed to hear at the time. I didn't want to, but I needed to. So Rach said that I basically started taking this seriously, and I started learning the skills and developing the skills more, and got to the point where, basically fast forward to now, where we've achieved what we've achieved. We're talking to you on this call, and everyone, I just want to give you that story because as well at the same time, I don't have KiwiSaver anymore. Super.
We don't need that when we've got Isogenics. And one thing like I want to say is, can you imagine being like 70 or 80 and being like in that situation? Like actually like how hard it must be to like have so much money and you don't know how much longer you're going to be around, but you know that you have that much money to live on. Like there must be so much anxiety for that. Like if any of us have got like elderly relatives, we would say that there's a huge amount of anxiety that's attached to that, because every time you spend money or every time you use your pot of money, it depletes. And like for us, when we found Isogenics, we were like, this is essentially the opposite to what Isaac had done. So we are really grateful that happened to us, and we're really grateful that we had all that money and that we spent it all, because it really gave us the opportunity to see how beautiful Isogenics is. And sometimes it takes having nothing to like really make this work. Yeah, so I just wanted to add that.
Thanks, Rach.
No worries.
So basically the moral of that story was really that I got to the point where Rach said that I went to an event. I can't remember who the leader was, but I heard a leader say at the end of their speech, they said, if not this, then what? And then if not you, then who? And I was just like, yeah, if not this, then what? Everything I looked at either had really high investment and low to little return, like franchises, and looking at other traditional business and even other online businesses that didn't have as much return as I would have liked them to have. I looked at a lot of things, and I came back to, if not this, then what? Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, well,
nothing like Isogenics.
This is it.
There's nothing on the face of the earth like Isogenics. And Josh will say that, and he's really good at this stuff. He's really good with numbers, so if he says it, then it's true.
Yeah, and look, we could give you the stats, the numbers, and everything, but to be honest, guys, like, just if you can trust me and take my word for it, as someone who from quite a young age, all the way from 18, being in a banking career, went through, looked at every opportunity, looked at things, looked at other network marketing companies, looked at other things I could do. I just came down to that Isogenics is like, it is the most amazing opportunity in the world. That's how I view it. And as soon as I started viewing it like that, my beliefs started growing. I started actually using the skills I developed over the years, including personal development. And I actually started to build a business. And it took me over 2 years to do that. And for some of you, like, you're still in that space, and that's okay. But when are you finally going to make the decision for yourself and ask yourself, if not this, then what? And if not me, to make the difference in my own life and my family's and create a legacy for my future family too, my current family, then who? So I just want to create that with you guys, have you guys get that. It's okay wherever you're at in your journey. And at the same time, where we're at in our businesses and where we're at as a team is beyond anything that I've ever seen while I've been in this business for the last 3.5 years. Beyond anything I have ever seen. We are doing things beyond anything I've ever seen in other teams in other countries and highly successful teams all the way from America, Canada, and Australia. What we've got here and what we're creating is entrepreneurial and just mind-blowing, seriously. So, and it's simple. Bring it back to what Jack said. It's simple. It's not like you have to be someone with a doctorate to do this. You literally can be anyone. So let's get right into the crux of stuff. I wanted to touch on the why piece that Andrew Logan did, because I honestly think your why is the other thing that is a key factor in making sure that you are always continually driven in the process of the next week, the next month, the next year, for the rest of your career in Isogenics, whether you choose to do this as a product sharer, part-time, full-time, however you choose to do it, your why is always going to be the thing that drives you to take the actions you need to take to grow this. So basically, I wanted to share my why. I wanted to get into why the Wellness Squad round 2 and then take you guys from there. So, and then Rach, you can obviously touch on your why as well. But my why is to free myself up financially. I'm going to be selfish. I never said this before because I didn't want to come across as selfish, but to be honest, I still have some debt. I still have things that I want to create. I've got my music I want to perform around the world, but really I want to take care of myself first so that I can help more people. So if any of you have got any debt or you're in a place where you feel like you just can't help people at the level, or your own family or friends at the level you want to, and that's your why, awesome. It's such a great universal why. I honestly believe that that's such a fundamental foundation for so many people to build this business on. After that, like, it can come to my why is my music. I want to share my music with people around the world. I want to be able to travel. And I freaking love traveling. And I just want to be able to do it with freedom. I want to obviously free myself up from my job, and Rach wants to help me do that too. What about you, Rach?
Yeah, like a big one for me is having Isaac home full time and out of work. As I shared over the weekend, another one for me has been able to go see my family whenever I want. Like, I don't want to have to think about, like, who can I fly with? Do I have to get like the cheaper flights? Like, I'm a bit of I don't really like flying with like cheap airlines. So, especially long haul. So for me to be able to just get on a flight and see my family whenever I want, that's a big thing for me. I would say those are the two main ones right now. But there's lots that will come along the way. And I think that what Isaac said is really important, that you don't have to be like, I want to save the world and I want to clean all the plastic out of the ocean. Like, yes, I want to do those things as well. But first of all, like, you've got to make sure that you're taken care of. And then when your cup's overflowing, then you can help other people and save the vegan whales. Yeah, that they talked about over the weekend.
I love that from Josh.
I love what B said, which was what we heard over the weekend as well. The best way to help the poor is not to become one. And money's a tool. Money's really beautiful, and if you can have a really good relationship with money, more money will come into your life. That abundance. Cool.
Vegan whales. Okay, I'm not even going to go into that. If you want to ask Josh, because he said that, if you want to know more about it after this call. So the why. So the Wellness Squad round 2. You guys honestly may be in hundreds of different spaces. Like we've got 40 of us on this call. And you could be in any place from you did the Wellness Squad round 1, you didn't achieve what you wanted to achieve, maybe you didn't achieve anything at all, and you're coming to Wellness Squad round 2 going, oh, maybe it's just going to be the same thing again. You may be in the point, all the way to the point where you did the Wellness Squad round 1, you absolutely smashed it, you like hit massive goals, you achieved more than you even thought you were going to achieve, and you helped a whole lot of people along the way. And honestly, like I was saying before, wherever you're at, it's totally perfect. It's absolutely fine. We just want you to get to a place where you feel aligned with what you want to create out of what we've talked to you about so far in terms of what this business can provide, and also what you can do within it and what you believe you can do as well.
One thing I want to touch on as well is like with events, sometimes we can come out and B and I were chatting to a girl about this last night, and there's so much information that you get home and you're like, oh my gosh, breath out. What do I do? Like, I want to talk to people, but then I want to help my current people. But then what about this post that I want to do about the weekend? But then they said to talk about my why. And then they said to write this down. And like, you feel like you're just like all over the show. So I would say just pick like 2 or even 3 things that you want to really focus on. And essentially, like when Nat and I sat down this afternoon, we were like, we just need to talk to people. Like, we actually don't need to do anything else. We just need to talk to people. And if we have time, we put stuff on our Insta story, and that's it. We just need to speak to people about the Wellness Squad. So that's all of us need to do this week. Write out names and then just speak to people.
Oh, exactly. Thanks, Rach. Yeah. And we're about to go into the steps. But first, I just want to ask a question. Like I was saying, wherever you are is perfect. But at the same time, who on this call, just chuck a, you know it, in the chat if you earned money during the Wellness Squad week, round 1. Put a you know it. 1, 2, 3,
this
4,
is exciting.
5,
I love
6,
this.
7, so much dollars. 8, 9, yeah, definitely not Adam B, definitely. 13, 14, grands. Yeah, there were several people that did hundreds and grands. Yeah, honestly, it's getting to the point that it's at least half the call, if not more. And I'm sure there's some people that aren't even on the call that earn money as well. Yeah. And Koza, yeah. Yes. There's your answer. There's why. There's why the Wellness Squad week round 2. I literally don't even need to go into it. If you want to earn money and you want to create more freedom for yourself and you want more residual income in your life and you want to help more people, then do the Wellness Squad week round 2. If that's not important to you, don't do it. As simple as it is. But I assert you guys are on this call because it's really important to you. So we're going to go through a few steps and we're going to go touch on a bit more on the why at the end. But I just want to take you guys through some of the steps that Josh has already done really, really well, because I'm only literally going to touch on them because you've probably seen these before. If not, awesome. It'll be fresh and brand new for you. I'm going to share screen.
And one thing, once Isaac's done this, that I want to run over is just being really present to the auto ships. Josh did a great, amazing live. I was on a call that I'm yet to watch, but I know it's great and amazing because he's an awesome trainer. So if you haven't watched that, go have a watch. Obviously tag your people that have got auto ships coming up, but as well, individual conversations with people around who have auto ships due that started in Wellness Squad round 1. Sorry, I'm getting really tongue-tied. Because we want to be all over that for the first one that they do, so that they're really present to, you know, what it's going to take. Maybe they don't know how to do their auto ship, or if you've shown them it's been a month and they've kind of forgotten. So yeah, that's one thing I would say, is just reminding people and just touching base with them, because some people are like, oh, I really want you know, the strawberry shake, but I want to get e-shots, and they don't really know how to make up a pack that looks like that. So you can help them with that, and making sure that they're making the most of that 25% discount. They're making most of getting their order in. They're making the most of the shipping, so they're not going to have to order again halfway through the month. Like, you're responsible for helping them with that when you've brought them into Isogenics.
Perfect. Thanks, Rach. Cool. So steps for sharing the Wellness Squad. So you guys may have seen this already before. If you haven't, then please take a screenshot or a picture on your phone with this. I'm going to keep an eye on the chats and just see if people are saying anything. You know, amen. Sing it to him. Josh. Thanks, Josh. So these are the steps of sharing the Wellness Squad. This hasn't changed since round 1. This has been duplicated. It's simple. It's effective. It's, you know, Jack was talking about 6 steps before. This is 5. 1 step less. I don't think anything goes past 5 or 6 steps in Isogenics, because otherwise it'd just be too complicated. We're not about it. So take a screenshot, take a picture, because I'm about to go off this now. And if you don't have it and you want to flick me a message, I can always send it to you.
And before and afters, guys, like literally before and afters, speak 1,000 words.
Exactly. 100%. So, it's probably the key part of this, honestly. Like, the people that have been coming back to me since the Wellness Squad round 1 and after, about the before and afters, I just can't deny the results. I literally talked to a mate of mine in Texas at lunchtime today at work, and he just said, mate, like, the money's not really an issue. Like, I did just start a job, but to be honest, I want the results. The results speak for themselves on the page. So yeah, I'm going to do it.
Tag them in those before and after albums that Bianca created. And as well, like sharing before and afters on your Insta story, on your Facebook. You know, obviously Nat's had an incredible transformation recently, so I'm going to post that later tonight. But like, yeah, before and after just speaks so much to people, because people really see what's possible for themselves inside other people's transformations.
Yeah, I know it was Adam who I first saw going nuts with before and after photos. He sending me a message. Cool. So yeah, he was the first one to start using before and after photos effectively in the team, and it's mental. He literally created his own. We started creating our own. I know Sam Anderson started smashing it first, and then Adam got inspired. That's how I actually started. But yeah, basically, before and after photos, having your own is great, is amazing. If you don't, you should like get into the Wellness Squad round 2 and get your own, you know, photos and results. But you can leverage other people's, and that's what this is about. So the first step I want to cover with you though is Adam put up this TWS round 2 blitzes templates to be able to use. And there's literally just 2 simple templates you can use. Feel free to reword it to suit you, but I honestly think most of this wording will suit most people, and is gender neutral. So feel free to copy this. To find this on the page on the UTBY FTBY Pathway to Success, go to the search bar and search.
Is there something that they can't see potentially?
Maybe, I don't know. Let's see.
Just go
Isaac, can you just check the chat?
Yeah, sure. What is the chat saying? Oh, let's go back to the chat then. Everyone who enrolled on a premium pack in round 1 has 2 free member codes in their welcome price checks. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for that, B. So everyone who was enrolling that week, and I didn't even realize until the end of round 1, actually has 2 free membership coupon codes. So if you get someone started on a premium pack, you can actually, they can save $25 with the membership coupon code that you've got because you started back then in round 1. And I think it was actually even going before that. So just make sure you check your coupons in your back office to see if you've actually got coupons, because more than likely you do, and use those coupons and leverage them. Like, let people know if there is a price objection. It's a great thing to say. I've been using it. I just go, hey, that's awesome. Like, if you get started on a premium pack, you'll get $25 off your pack. If you get started on a 30-day system, you'll get $25 off the membership. So you'll get the membership for free. It's just like, it's such a generous offering from Isagenix, and you just make the most of it, because people just love free things. People love discounts and free things. I don't know about you. I love it. It's the whole reason I started, is because I knew there was a discount to start on AutoShip. I was like, wow, I saved like $300. Awesome. I'll start on AutoShip. Cheers. Cool. Thanks for that, B.
Discounts.
Yeah. And share screen again.
And she said it will be on their welcome email.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect. It is too. I've seen it on the welcome email. So if you got a welcome email over the last month or 2, just check it, because the details about it will actually be on
your people, like your people that started, you want to be letting them know that that they've got those.
Cool. So step 1, coming back to this, the initial message template, how you find it, go to the UTBY and FTBY Pathway to Success page, search templates in the bar, click the search icon, and then you'll find Adam's post is right at the top for round 2. And you literally use this. This is your first message template. And honestly, guys, when I started using this, I'm not someone who, I'm not like a fast builder. I'm actually not really much like Rage, definitely not like Nat or Says. I don't really I don't know how they even do it like that. I just don't get messages out as fast. And so if you're like that, you don't have to worry, because it doesn't matter how slow fast you are. The template's there. You literally just copy this, you paste it into a message, you insert their name, or I like with guys, I'm just like, hey man, to every single one of them. And I just sent it off. I have my contact list up in front of me. I've got a spreadsheet on my computer. I just, one after the other, pumped out the numbers. And I was sending out 20, 30, 40, 50 plus a day, like in that Wellness Squad round 1. And we ended up actually enrolling. We found 4 people in that week that we enrolled, and that was their first exposure in that week. You know, this isn't normal. Like it often takes people more than one exposure, but it's surprising the people that have been watching you and have been having indirect exposures to your Facebook, especially if you've been sharing on Facebook. So reach out to everyone. Don't hold back. Don't have a story about certain people. Just literally reach out. Send this message. You don't know what they're going to say. If they say no, it's okay. You're just one step closer to a yes. Every 1 to 2 in 10 people get started on Isagenix. So the more people that you contact, the more likely you are to get people started and help them change their lives and transform yours and your income as well. So that's the first step. Second step is when they come back and they say, yeah, I want to check the page out, please like add me to it. Then you would add them to this page. I'm just going to go back here. You would add them to the Wellness Squad #FriendsBringFriends page. And this page is absolutely pumping.
And the same as well, like, because, you know, it says friends bring friends for a reason. So when we're starting people, like the person we started tonight, we just asked them, do you have anyone that wants to do it with you? And she said, oh, actually, I would really like to do it with my husband. So her husband started with her as well. So that's what you want to be sharing with people, because if they don't start before this week, you know, we're closing the Wellness Squad. They're not going to get a chance to be in it. They still get a chance to be in Isagenix and be on the Nourish the Best You page. But if they want to be in the Wellness Squad or moving towards their goals together, which is essentially what they want to be in, that community, then they need to get their friends in as well. And it's so much more fun when you've got like a couple of friends or your partner or whatever to do it with.
And I'm straight after this, I'm giving you the one tool that you need. That's the most effective and underrated tool to leverage to get as many people starting with their friends as possible. So you can start creating consultants, becoming a manager, director, whatever your goal is. There's one tool that you need to use this week. It's literally nothing else. It's so simple. So, but I'll keep going with this, but get excited about that. So the Wellness Squad page, you literally, if you've been doing this already, awesome. But I would recommend on a laptop or computer. If you do it on your phone, it takes ages to be able to tag them in the comments of the pin post. So you're better off just typing your friend's name into here, clicking on their name and face, adding them in, going to the comment section straight away. You can do this on a laptop or computer. Going to the comment section, and you'll see there's a whole. If you don't know what to say, seriously, just look at any one of these. Actually, in fact, all these people are amazing. So anything they say, I trust that it's awesome, and copy them, whatever that fits in with how you like to speak. So you don't even have to think about what to say. It's already there in people's comments. And you tag them on the page. How you tag them? Use the @ symbol. Tag someone, Adam, oh, there's a lot of Adams, there you go. You click enter on their names or click on their name, they're tagged. If you don't want to use their last name, you can delete their last name. There's your first name, you just start writing. So that's literally how you tag someone and welcome them onto the page. So after that step, that step's done. Next step, send them the flyer. Flyers are already here under the files section of the page. When you click on the files section, if it's a male you're talking to, download the male flyer, send them the men's flyer. If it's a woman, send them the woman's flyer. Only difference between the two is it's got men's before and after photos on them, and the woman's has got woman's before and after photos on them. Same details, same everything. Let's check the comments. So simple. So simple. Boom, so simple. It is.
It's the same in the same UK,
across the board.
Netherlands, Australia, US, Canada. It's all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all exactly the same.
And there's a UK pack options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you've got the UK pack options there, Australia and New Zealand here. And next step after that, there's an example of the flyer. Just let that go back up on my screen. You have, I think those are the comments I was going to show. You have the photo album. So once they're on the page, you've tagged them in the pin post. You also want to choose which album under photos. You click on photos to get to here, and then you click on albums when it pops up. You click right on albums, and you click on what album relates to them the best. So if you think they're more looking at, and to be honest, you kind of can't get it wrong, like whether they're looking for lean muscle and you tag them in weight loss or vice versa, it doesn't matter. But you just want to base off what you think will be the goal that they're most likely looking to achieve. If you already know, awesome. So you literally just click on, let's use women's weight loss, for example.
Probably don't need to spend too much time on this.
Yeah. women's weight loss, go to the bottom, the comment section pops up. As people have done here, tag them in it, put a message in saying, hey, check these out. That's literally it. Once you've done that, come back to looking at the steps. You can follow the steps along the way. The 5th step is to follow them up and reconnect with them 24 to 48 hours later. That is literally going back to that same template that Adam put up, the follow-up template, using that, clicking it out, and
Getting them on a call.
The call is the step that I wanted to talk about, because once you've done all this is awesome, but then they either want more info or they just want to know how much it is. They want all that information. Literally, the next step is a call. And not any call, it's the 3-way call. Now, we've had conversations, calls, all sorts of stuff going on about 3-way calls, but literally all you need to say, no matter what people want to know, often the most common one is that people want to know the prices. What's the next step? You can literally answer this to that question, probably a lot of other questions people will put forward, which is, I say there are different packs for different prices, depending on your house goals and budget.
If I call you at 4 p.m, would you be free to chat?
That's it.
Literally, that's all you say.
There are
2 lines.
There are different packs for different prices, depending on your health goals and your budget. If we jumped on a call at 4 p.m, would you be open to chatting about it?
Because you want to be like, don't ask them when they're free. Because they'll be like, oh, sometime tomorrow morning, maybe. And then you're like, okay, what the hell does that mean? And how do I book in my other calls around that? If we're free tomorrow, if I call you at 4, would you be free to chat? And then you just ring them, get their number, ring them, and just ring them with somebody on the phone. And just use any of us to leverage your 3-way calls. So all of us are happy to do them. Josh, myself, Adam, B, Sarah, Bridie, Bryce, Alice, anyone. Nat. I'd love to, if I don't, are you done that bit?
Just want to say that the pack options are great, but just like Cez said, never give them info about the different packs over Messenger. Like, literally get them straight onto a call. The pack options are awesome. The way I used it with my half consultant I just created tonight, I enrolled a person who owns a yoga studio and his wife, who actually does doTERRA as well. So she's already she's a network marketer, and they want to use the products. I literally said to Tim, I was like, look, I said different packs, different prices. Let's jump on the phone. And he said to me, oh, my wife is actually pretty interested too. And I was like, awesome. I'll talk to you both, and we'll talk about your health goals and your budget. And that's when you would obviously get someone on a 3-way call. But they both got started together. They were pumped up. It's because I got them on a call. I shared with them the value. I answered all their questions. You know, I literally got through the whole thing on that call and got their details about 5 days ago, and got them started tonight for the Wellness Squad and hit double PIBs with enrollment from Rach and those two, and created half consultant. It was that easy. That simple.
3-way calls are the best. I would love to hear, because we've only got 15 minutes left and lots of you would have created goals over the weekend. I would love to hear what your guys' goals are. Maybe you can all write them in the chat if you've got a goal, and have a couple of people share their goals for the Wellness Squad week that's coming up, what you want to achieve. So whether you want to help your team a certain amount or whether you want to hit something for yourself. Julia's put manager, which is awesome. I love that. And I know that we saw Jaden was wanting to hit manager, so he looks like he's gunning that down. But yeah, if there's a couple of you on here that would love to share your goal and why, that would be great. So who wants to?
That's perfect, because I want to do an exercise with one of you as well.
Informal consultants. I love that. And that's really like this Wellness Squad week, we want to be creating that duplication. So it's so awesome that Corin said that, because now we're at the stage where the people that came in the first time, obviously still bringing on new people, but the people that came in the first time have got results, and they can share and they can use the vouchers that Bianca talked about, and they can bring their friends on, which is essentially friends bring friends.
And you want to help your people get their products paid for, right? Like, that's how you create like retention in your business, but it's also how you create long-term product users who create results for themselves, who create before and after photos, who then you can share more with people and create more momentum in your team. It's freaking easy. Who
wants to share? I can see Bryce like nodding furiously. So do you guys want to unmute and share? You were like all over it.
Hey team. I just put it in the chat, but we want to go director.
Awesome. So cool.
The reason it's just the next step and then executive. So we want to get to director, and yeah, it's just the next step.
Amazing. How many consultants do you guys need to create?
As of now, 4 more. So we just created one. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, we're here for calls and all of that stuff, but we're excited to see you celebrated as director. That's going to be amazing.
Guys, do you mind if I just do, it's a really simple, quick exercise with you just to give people more value around, like touching on that why piece? Do you mind if I just ask
Yeah.
Yeah? Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, you guys said that's the next step for you. That's awesome. I just want to dig a little bit deeper. So for you guys, why is it important for you to hit that goal? Why is it the next step for you?
Do you want me to go or do you want to do it?
You can go.
Okay. For me personally, we're just working really hard so that Bryce can retire as an electrician and do this full time with me. I want him home. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And why do you want him home? Why do you want him to retire from being a full-time electrician?
Because I want a full-time marriage, not I don't want him to be at a full-time job where he doesn't get to spend time with me.
And why is it, I'm just going to keep digging deeper. So why is it important for you to have a full-time marriage and to be together full-time?
Right now we're thinking about future children, and I want us to both be present together. I don't want to be a stay-at-home mum. I commend you all for it, but I want us to be a stay-at-home family.
That's so beautiful, Brady. I'm actually really moved.
Yeah.
I'm really enrolled in your why.
And what would it be like for you guys to be at home together, having that full choice and time freedom to do whatever you want with your family, be a stay-at-home family, travel? What would it be like if you had that kind of life?
Like, I know we throw this around, this word, but actually it just creates so much freedom. Not having to ask anyone for permission and just live our lives. Like, to be honest, when we first started Isogenics, we wanted that, but we didn't really, I couldn't visualize it. It seemed kind of like I couldn't comprehend it. But now I really can, and I'm really freaking excited to make it happen.
It's going to take a lot of weight off the shoulders as well.
Is that important to you as well, Bryce?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add to that, like why it's important to you? Because I know with partners, Rachel and I have completely different whys, to be honest. Like, why is it important to have
I think I also want to go after my goals as well for squash. So be able to get a bit more time freedom to be able to channel some more time into that as well. Obviously, I want to be home with Bridie as well. And just have the ability to have choice in our life. Yeah.
Love that.
Choice and freedom is like one of the biggest things. It's the biggest thing for, I think, us and pretty much every other person we work with in our team.
Yeah.
Love it, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Cool. So what other goals do we have? I want someone.
There's loads.
I want someone who did the Wellness Squad week round 1, and they either you may have achieved your goal or you didn't quite get as far as you wanted to, maybe, like, but and you may have achieved your goal as well. But like who kind of like wants to like create more and just have more success this week like than they've ever had. Was that someone saying yes? Nat? Says it's like Nat. Nat had like epic success, but yeah, that's true. She can always do more, that's for sure.
Nat can share. We love you, Nat, and you can share another time. She's like, whatever, I'm jumping off the call. Is Cam on?
Leaving your house now.
Cam had some pretty cool things he wanted to create, and he's been like going off in the comments. So
who's that? That's turn the mic off. On. What?
Cam, are you there? Do you want to share, or does someone else want to jump in?
Don't be shy, guys. Share the goals. Honestly, the more you share your goals,
or maybe
the more
Cam
people know,
just can't figure out how to unmute himself, and we just unmute him for himself.
No, he's there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Hey, bro.
There he is.
Hey, yeah, I figured it out.
I feel like he was kind of forced into that, but in a really generous way.
No, that's all good. Hey, I was just I was in the lounge. I was trying to keep the noise down, but I've moved somewhere else. So
cool. Okay, cool.
Good to meet you over the weekend too.
Yeah, you too, guys. It was awesome. I really loved today. It was great to meet everybody there.
Legend. So what's your goal, man? What do you want to achieve?
Yeah, man, pumped for this week. Obviously, I came on board in round 1.
That's so exciting.
It was real exciting, and I mean, straight away, like, I wanted to share the products, wanted to make the most of the opportunity, but there was a lot of other stuff going on in my life as well, a lot of personal stuff, and my partner and I were moving house as well, so it was pretty full on. And so this time around, much more settled, and yeah, I'm just really excited. Like, I've already invited probably around 30 or so people. Quite a few people sort of interested to have a look at the page and that sort of thing. So really just want to keep it consistent and smash it out for the rest of the week. And
Awesome.
enroll 2 more people by the end of the week. So,
Double PIBs.
So you've added 30 people to the page already?
No, I've just invited about 30 people. I told them about the Wellness Squad.
That's awesome.
Added maybe 15 of them to the page or so. So yeah. It's cool.
So
You're
good.
Legend.
I love that.
What did you get out of Ice Uni, man? What was your top takeaway?
Man, I suppose really resonated with Alice as well. Like, just because there has been lots going on, like, I feel like I really wanted to get stuck into it, but I haven't been able to give it everything. And just sort of being ready to do that now, as well as, I mean, I'm always inspired by Adam and B, and just like being able to find my own style. And yeah, I posted on the page this morning as well, just about wanting to serve others and just wanting to share this gift that we have. So that's what it's all about for me going forward as well. So yeah, really excited.
I love that.
What
a legend.
Cool, chilled out dude.
I love that. I love the serving others. I'm all about that. Yeah, that's so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Perfect. Cool. Well, I think we're pretty much finished up everything we wanted to run through with you guys, apart from just saying that we just want to have the most incredible week, and you know, we're all here to support you with whatever goals you have, wherever you are. Maybe like, even I know one thing that Josh does with us is like kind of having goals for each day throughout the week. So, you know, like if the goal is manager, then by Wednesday I want to have created 1 consultant, and then by Friday I want to have done my other half, and then, you know, by Sunday like my second person for my manager, or whatever your goal is. Like, make sure you chat to someone and guys can map it out together to make sure that you've got everything that you need. And then just taking the action, not getting overwhelmed, leveraging that page, leveraging the before and afters, and just having fun. Like, me and Nat are working together all week, which is so much fun, because we both do this full time. There's something that's so powerful around doing it together. So if you do have people in your area and you want to catch up and blitz together, like, absolutely recommend that. And just having fun. We said to each other today, we just want to have a really, really good time and really benefit like a lot of people through Isogenics and help a lot of people. So that's the keep the main thing the main thing.
And I just have to say, like, Rach does this full time, but I do Isogenics part time, and I don't know about, I've done this full time and part time, and it's funny because I honestly feel like I'm like more productive when I'm doing this part time quite often. And so I feel like I can offer you guys some great tips around most of you who are probably doing this part-time. So with a full-time job, what I do is each day during the week, I literally look at the night before, when are my free hours? Like, I cater in obviously I block my job out, the hours I do there, 9 to 5 or so. And then I block out, you know, dinner, meal times. I block out any extra stuff I need to do. Sometimes by the end of that, I've got 1, 2, 3 hours maybe, you know, and if I'm really working up till late and on a blitz week, I'll usually work. Like, I'll work for long because I know it's not going to be forever. I don't have to do that forever, but I'll sometimes work till 12, 1, 2 in the morning. So if you're really committed and you really want to create results, it does take putting in the effort and the time and the work, but you can do it really effectively when you know your hours. So block out the times you've got. You just take the 1 hour you've got. Even if you've got half an hour, you can send so many messages out in half an hour. You can get on a 3-way call and enroll someone in half an hour. Like, there's so much you can do with even 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, those little slots and blocks of time you've got. I got on a call with my mate in Texas, like I said, on my lunch break, and, you know, he's enrolling in the next 3 days. So it's just like, be unreasonable with yourself and get that this is This is something that you're creating for your future. Like I said, bring it back to, if not this, then what? And if not you, then who? Like, you want to bring some rigor to your business, get serious about what you want to create and be all in. Like, at least if you don't feel like you're going to be in for like the next 5 years, at least go all in for this week and see what you can create, because you have no idea what's possible. A lot of you, I honestly believe you probably have no idea what's possible when you go all 100% in and give it everything and just put it all out there on the court. And I promise you will grow from this. Your business will grow from this. Your level of belief in yourself and what you can create, and the opportunity in terms of becoming a network marketing professional, all of that grows inside a week when you give it your all. So I just request that you guys, and it's up to you whether you take this on, you go all in inside of your current lifestyle, whether it's part-time or full-time, and absolutely smash this, have fun doing it, and just create some absolute freaking magic. And I just can't wait to do it with all of you together. And I absolutely love you all, and I love just seeing you all succeed. And it's an absolute honor and privilege to be able to always share and talk to you guys. And I could go on forever.
And rock the group chats. Like, honestly, I don't know about anybody else, but the group chats, like, I love the group chats. Anybody that's in our group chat knows that I'm just in there every day. When I wake up, it's like the first thing I want to do is like jump in the group chat and like put love in there and see what people have been up to in the UK and see what we're going to create that day together. So just like bounce that energy off each other, whether you're physically together or if in the group chat, like whatever you can create, because momentum creates momentum, action creates action. So you just want to keep that high. All right. And
I think the goal, we hit just over 200, was it? If Adam or B or someone wants to confirm that, like it was 203 people that got started. Yeah, thought it was. Thanks guys. I want to like minimum double that. I really want to go for like 500. Like, can I say 500? Are you guys keen on that? Like, help 500 more people?
If you think like all the people sharing that came in, going and sharing with people whilst you're still sharing with people, we all know that this business compound effect, it's bound to be more people, because there's more people, there's 200 people, more people that are putting isogenics in their body that can then go share isogenics, plus we're all doing it as well. So theoretically, it should be a bigger week. And
it's simple and doing it with ease. How easy was round one? Round two is going to be even easier. There's more of us doing it. We're going to be having more fun. We're going to help more people, and we're going to make even more money doing it. Like, it's the freaking best business in the world. If not this, then what? Like, seriously, come on.
I think we've taken up enough of your guys' evening, but just such a honor, privilege. Love these Monday night calls. Love being with you guys, and can't wait to see all those people being welcomed in. I love it when there's like so many welcomes. I'm like, oh my God, like I can't keep up with all the welcomes. So yeah, that's the best thing, seeing all those lives being changed like tornadoes and fire. So have an awesome week, guys. Love you all, and we'll chat to you next Monday night.
Catch you later, guys.
Bye.
Peace out.
Thanks, legends.
Bye.
Let's smash it.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Cheers, guys. Lots of love.
Bye.
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 See you, legends.
See you. Great call, guys.
Peace.
Bye.